Hello, hello. Welcome to our new podcast. I'm your host, Sanya, joined with my best friend,
Keya?
and we will be talking shit, basically.
Basically.
So we are both in our 20s.
22.
Me too. Make it seem
Yeah.
like as if I'm 19.
I mean, we look 19, but
Well, younger than 19.
Yeah.
You get idea.
yeah.
Both Indians,
Yes.
not living in India.
No. We
Been
live in...
friends for 10
Well-
almost years.
Yeah. Actually, no.
Mhm.
No, because you came in 2013.
Next year will be 10.
Yeah, next year. Today.
Today.
This year is 9 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically we met in 2013 when we were both in 8th grade. Disgusting.
Looking crusty as hell. Dressing colorful.
I, those pictures are so terrible.
No one will ever find those.
No.
Well, they could.
No. Well, you really
They
could.
could.
You really could. It's not that hard to find.
But we're not
well,
popular yet, so
I mean...
now it seems like I'm just in it for the money.
Ooh.
Any users? We met when we were 13. High school was eventful, to say the
Gosh,
least.
yeah. A lot of stuff happened in high school. So we were in the same homeroom, and it's still like debatable, like who talked to the other person
'Cause
first.
I think
'Cause
I
talked to you first.
I talked to
Sanya,
you
that's such
first.
bullshit.
Because I had a buddy, and she,
No.
let's call her Suzanne. My buddy Suzanne was like, oh, there's another Indian girl in our homeroom, Keya. Go talk to her. And we were going to the swimming pool.
No, and then I remember we were walking out of our class, and I came up to you, and I was like, "Hi, I'm Keya.
I
Nice
think
to
it was
meet you."
me, but it's a long debate.
No,
it's a
I think it
long
was me.
debate.
Also, I was a bit scared of you when I first met you.
Why?
I mean, not
look like
scared.
A little skittle.
I'm not scared. I was just like, she's not gonna like me, you know.
Aw.
Like
No, I was intimidated by you because you were hanging out with our other friend, who we are still friends with Annie. But yeah, and then we didn't really get close until 9th grade.
No, because 9th grade, so we were a group of 5 friends all together. There was another A, so Annie, A, and Manny.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
They're all girls.
Yeah, so like the first 2 years, I would not even really hang out with this group because we would have lunch together, and then I would just fuck off to the library because I was very introverted.
And also at the time, A and Manny were super close, so it just felt like we were not really part of the group.
And you and Annie were close.
Yeah.
You and Annie were close. A and Manny were close, and I was kind of the newest girl.
I was not even in the same homeroom as you, but I would still like hang out with you guys.
Yeah, we would meet each other for lunch.
Yeah.
And then I would just gobble my lunch down, fuck off to the library, and then I don't know what these guys would talk about for like the first 2 years.
And then I remember in 10th grade, Manny and A, they were just not including me in the conversation I felt. So I came to you,
Yeah.
and then we started talking.
Yeah.
I think that's when we really started talking.
Yeah, that's when we got like super close. Also, we volunteered together in 10th grade. So that's when we started getting super, super close.
Yeah.
And then I became super close with A.
Yeah.
And she was my best friend for 2 years. We had arguments over that.
Yeah, because it started off as the 3 of us.
Yeah, like give us a trio that's super close, and Taylor Swift's gang does not count.
No.
But and also we've been through we have had experiences.
Yeah.
So not to say that we know everything.
No.
But we hope to help our listeners,
or just entertain. Yeah, because I know that we entertained one of our teachers who used to roam around.
Not even one, Miss. Oh God, I almost said her name, but our biology teacher as well as our chemistry teacher.
Yeah.
They would always be around our desk and be like, "Hee hee, what are you guys talking about?"
Oh yeah,
and we would be talking about really explicit stuff,
gossip.
Gossip, but also we were we still are a bunch of hornky girls. We
I
can't.
mean, you can imagine what, like, 17-year-old,
Yeah.
16-year-old girls would talk about.
16, 17-year-olds who had never really had a proper interaction with a guy.
No, none of us had a boyfriend.
No.
I mean, no one had done anything.
Like,
not even, like, kissed.
No. So, yeah, you can imagine the talks we had. But, you know, I think that's how also we got close.
Yeah.
We will go into those talks later in one of the other maybe episodes. But yeah, so we would make lists for crushes. And this girl...
Geez.
Keya, girly, you had the longest, or was it the other friend? Annie had.
Annie had the longest.
I only had like two people.
That's still true. Like, you don't have a lot of crushes.
No.
I have a lot of crushes.
Oh, yeah.
But none of them have ever
prospered. No. We will talk about that later. None of them have prospered because of the guys. They were too pussy to do anything.
Well, let's blame it on the guys.
No, we will go into that later because that's a
whole different podcast.
That's gonna be a saucy one. But yeah,
God.
and
I
feel like for me the guys were also like scared of me because
no one really knew what you were.
Now that makes me sound like a little alien.
No, but like I remember that they just didn't know you.
Yeah,
basically.
And also I still don't talk to a lot of unknown people. Like, I'm trying, but I am quite introverted, closed off kind of girl. I mean, it took me 2 years to open up to Keya.
Yeah.
So you can imagine with guys. So we said how we met. So basically, we don't know who talked to whom first, but
no. I mean, I think we both have our own versions of it.
Yeah.
Who even knows what really happened?
Yeah, maybe Annie knows, but she's quite forgetful.
Yeah, no, Annie does not know.
Annie does. She's a forgetful.
I don't think
girl.
she even cares,
but yeah, and then we were quite were we studious? No, we were just good students.
No, yeah, I was not a studious child. I was a very good child. Like, I've always did my homework and everything was deadline. Like, I always met my deadlines and everything. But studying was, even till date, like, it's not. I'm not very hardworking, and I need to work on that. But
yeah, see, I'm not hardworking, but I feel like I don't need to work on that. No, I should work on that. But yeah, we were good students.
Context, I need to work hard on that because I'm doing medicine.
Oh yeah, she's still not graduated. She still has a year to go.
Yeah, but I passed like my main exam.
I'm
basically a doctor-ish.
And I graduated this year studying neuroscience and psychology, and I am a certified hypochondriac.
Yeah.
So I come to her with every little rib pain I have. I'm pretty sure it's cancer, so maybe you might not get more episodes with me. And then I will feel bad.
Will I though?
All right, stab me more.
Okay, well, back to high school.
Oh God,
this is bad.
A mess.
But yeah, I think we were both just very
quiet girls. Like, we weren't very noticeable. Like, we weren't really the talk of anything because Manny was the popular girl. Like, she was just a popular girl. And she would hang out with us. Yeah. But because Keya was close to Manny, so by association, they would also know Keya. Basically, Keya had more friends than I did.
No, like, more people knew me.
You're just being nice. Like,
no.
But, yeah. We had a toxic group. Not saying that we were toxic. I think we ended up being toxic just because we were kids as well. Yeah. But it was just a toxic friend group because of not Annie, just
Yeah.
She would be quite manipulative and she would pit us against kind of each other. And then I remember when we had our grad trip, so we graduated high school and then we went to Mallorca, the party place. It was quite toxic because she would not like it when I would hang out with the other four.
Yeah.
And she would just be like, why are you hanging out with them? And it was kind of weird because we all came as a group and I was like, well, we are here as a group and also I like to hang out with them. That's why. And she would just be isolated in her room watching YouTube and we would be playing like Uno or cards or just talking shit like you do. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of what it would be throughout school as well. So 11th and 12th grade, A would take me.
Pretty much like that.
Yeah, she would kind of take me away from the group, and I also would go with her because back then I also thought that it was cool to just, talk about guys and like whatever.
Well, okay, to be fair, at the time, I think we were all going through like growing up and being adults, but not actually being adults. So we all had issues.
Yeah, you know how like 16, 17-year-old girls can be.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think we all were at some point.
Yeah. I mean, not saying that we were saints. We were not saints by any means.
No.
But yeah, it was just not a very good.
Yeah. I think it's also just because like I'm quite a quiet person. And so are you. And like I also like my own company. Like I don't really need people. So I wouldn't be bothered by it too much.
Yeah, I think for me, because I don't know, like the first 2 years I didn't really want to make friends with anyone, but then because I got firstly like super close to, I went through my phases, so I got super close to you, Keya, and then I also became close to Manny, then I became close to A, and now I'm close to Annie as well. But yeah, during high school I went through my phases as well, like who I was super close with. I think I also had a different kind of group because I would hang out with the other people in like 9th grade, I think.
Yeah. Then in 11th and 12th grade, in my English class, I had 2 girls that were really nice.
Mm-hmm.
They're also A names.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough.
They're not going to be super big characters in this podcast.
No, but they're just the sweetest people.
Yeah.
And also really smart people.
Yeah. But yeah, it's weird. Like if someone was like, go back to high school, I would not go back because I would not relive it.
No.
It was a lot of drama. It was a lot of stress because we also did the IB. And also not to mention back then we would have validation from the amount of guy attention we got.
Yeah.
So
also,
that was bad.
Yeah. And also, I got my puberty way before everyone else did. So I had...
She got titties.
I just felt very insecure.
For me, I just never felt pretty. I just never had days when I would feel pretty during high school. Like now I have days where I think, okay, I look nice or whatever. But back then I had 0 days where I would feel pretty because you know how it is for everyone. Like you go to high school and then you compare yourself to other girls and then you see, oh, they have a boyfriend, they must be prettier, or guys are talking to them, so they're like more beautiful or whatever.
Yeah. Also, I had no sense of makeup. Like I would not wear makeup.
None of us would wear any makeup. Like I would just put on face cream and come to school.
No, I think A wore a little bit of makeup.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, because she would wear mascara and stuff.
All right, okay.
And like do her eyebrows. But
okay.
I never did that until 11th grade. I think I never did that. And also like I would have crushes on people, but I would never think they would have a crush on me back.
Yeah, I mean, even now, that's hard.
Yeah.
Like, even now, we have guy dilemmas where we're like, oh, do they like us? Like,
no self-confidence.
Well, more than we had. It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
But...
yeah, in high school, it was like 0.
Yeah.
Now it's like maybe like 20%. For me.
Yeah, I mean, for me... I mean, maybe another episode I'll go into the toxic and the only relationship I've ever had. So that kind of pushed me towards not really going for male validation anymore, but we'll talk about that another episode.
No, I mean, growing up and going to uni was a whole different thing. And good in so many ways.
Yeah, definitely. Like, just being independent and, like, kind of growing up, you know.
Yeah. And learning that it's not all about men.
Yeah, literally. If anyone is listening and thinks that male attention means that you're beautiful, I mean, you're beautiful regardless of male attention. So it doesn't matter if one guy looks at you or like 100 guys look at you. Like, literally does not matter.
And it's so like it fluctuates so much. Like some days I'll feel so pretty, and then other days I just look.
And
at
it has nothing to do with guys. Like that's so weird because I wake up and some days I'm like, oh, you look nice, and literally I haven't even stepped outside my house, so it can't be male validation. So if that helps, like it's
and also I've never had a boyfriend. And I still think that. So, like, obviously it's not male validation.
Yeah, it's definitely not male validation, but that's what we kind of grew up. I mean, I used to think that the popular people in high school would become, like, I don't even know, like Beyonce or, like, I don't know, celebrities or something. Because they were, like, treated like celebrities. They would be invited to all the parties. They would always be surrounded by people, whatever. But now it's just like, no, they were just kids. They're just humans, like, looking back.
Yeah, and now when I look back at it, I'm like, I don't even know why I thought that about them.
Right?
Like, it's just like a silly thought.
I mean, everyone goes through it, so it's completely normal to think that. But yeah, you'll, like, if anyone is listening, you'll realize that you'll just grow out of it and then kind of look back at it and be like, why did we think that? Like, because we don't even hang out with them, and we have no desire to hang out with them or meet up with them ever.
Yeah, I guess it's all about perspective, because when you're in school, also we were in a school where it was literally the same people for like 8 years that we knew, because it was an international school, so there are not that many people that go and come very often. So we knew everyone in our grade, and it was like literally maybe like 100 people or 100 and
it was
something.
A small school.
Yeah,
it was not big.
It was our world was so tiny, and then now you go to uni and it's like 270 people in one class.
Yeah,
and like so many more students, and you just meet so many different people who have like their
and
own
just throughout life, like
problems.
Not even just uni. Like you just kind of, even if you step outside, like your house, you'll just see so many people. Like the world does not revolve around high school. Like, so if any, like there's any stress or something, it's not the end at all. No. But also our high school was so privileged. Let's really talk about how rich the people are there.
But this is the thing with uni. I've seen this where
do you have popular people in your uni?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
In medicine, we do.
Okay.
Well, okay. It was called the Stoke Bishop. Like, they're called the Stoke Bishop people because they lived there in first year. Like, it's a uni hall, and it just, they all come together and go together, and they all like party together all the time, and they're known as the popular people because like you want to talk to them.
Oh, that's so weird, because in my uni, no one really knew anyone. Like, everyone had their little cliques, and obviously you would talk to other people, but that's it. Like, but you wouldn't know, like, oh, Emma or Jessica or whatever.
I guess because in medicine, like, you get put with different people so often.
But also, I think medics have a tight-knit family, more so.
Yeah, you know more people, I think.
Or, like, it's because you guys are, like, going to the hospital or doing the same courses together. Yeah. But I would have people who are doing, like, molecular biology or, like, chemistry or something in the same course as me. So it was just kind of everyone from the uni, so no one was really popular.
Fair.
But, yeah, and also, oh my god, the grad trip, back to that, this one guy, he's still pretty loaded, I think. He brought his own private jet to come to Mallorca.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah. So this is the level of rich we're talking about. People would come with their MCM bags, using it as just like a high school, like, normal bag. And I think we're quite privileged compared to other people, but now you can see, like, how much more privileged they are and were.
Yeah, but they were, they were like rich.
Yeah, like, they were like eat the rich.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like we had, I mean, I felt pressure from that personally. I don't know if you did as well.
I feel like I didn't think about it too much, but I was like, oh my god, they're the pretty ones.
Because that's why I wanted MacBooks, because everyone in our school had MacBooks.
No, I remember I was pressured to get a MacBook because I got another laptop and I just felt so insecure about it.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have a laptop up until I was 14, but I got a MacBook because my dad was like, oh, what, like, laptop do you want? And I was like, a MacBook. And he was like, obviously not. It's expensive. But then because I didn't give in because I was so insecure about coming to school with, like, a Dell or something. Yeah. I was like, no, I need a MacBook. So
but if you went to one of the classrooms, it would literally be like an Apple
Apple store. Yeah. It was bad. And everyone had, like, iPhones. And just, you know, the newest, like, we used to have Bose headphones back then, remember? The big ones. Everyone had those.
Yeah, no, and they would go to all these parties and like trips.
Some guy
and,
literally hired a castle out for his birthday.
yeah.
This weird, oh my
Okay,
god,
no, but
this
he
weird
is
guy.
like rich.
We should talk about this weird guy. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Let's give him a name.
I feel like
Let's call him Anthony.
oh,
So in 8th grade, he would come near me. He would sniff my hair. He would always want to talk to me. And I remember in science class, like we would be partnered up by pure luck. And I would always somehow be paired with Anthony. And he would just like send, like he would make hearts with his hands across the homeroom to me. And everyone, because I was the new girl as well, so everyone was kind of already intrigued by me. And they would be like, oh, are they going to date? And I was like, no, like, what? I'm 13, like, shut up. And then I kind of told him off one time. I was like, stop doing weird shit. And he was like, no, it's just a joke. Like, don't take it too hard. And I was like, no, shut
no,
up. Like,
funny. Yeah.
because he smelled my hair. Like, that's so
Oh.
creepy. And this Anthony literally told me, it was like, I love Indian women. He was basically obsessed with Indians and Indian culture.
Yeah, and with Manny.
Yeah, she's not a confrontational person, so she would go with it, and she would kind of entertain it. And even now, Manny has a hard time.
I mean, okay, but now Manny has a boyfriend. So
Yeah.
now it's different.
Yeah, but yeah, basically this guy was rich. He was loaded. People would only hang out with him because he had like cool parties, and he had money, and also like he would throw cool parties.
Yeah.
So people would just hang out with him for that.
But but I think that his family is very rich.
Yeah. But I think he thought that money could buy him like everything.
Yeah.
So to be fair, he would throw his money around. It's not like he was like a victim, because he would
No.
be with like open arms. He would be like, take my money.
No, but most of the kids in our school were quite like rich.
Yeah.
And like they would always go to these parties, but I never felt like left out because I just didn't like them.
We weren't really in. That's why we
No,
didn't feel left out.
That's true.
Yeah. But I mean, we would still feel the pressure to kind of, own these certain devices to fit
But
in.
also like all the girls in that group, they all had like perfect eyebrows, and they would wear makeup, and they would have like bikini wax.
They were just like, they knew how to dress, and because we really were the awkward teenagers, because we did not know how to dress.
No.
Like, we were just trying to do our best.
Yeah, so that was basically our entire high school experience.
I mean, not the whole of it. We'll go into the details next time. And if you did like our first episode, mind you, we're amateurs.
Yeah, we really are. This is
just
literally
started.
the first time we were doing this.
Yeah. But yeah, if you like it, if you like us talking and have any topics you guys want us to talk about, like it could be anything like from confidence to like self-love or acceptance to like career choices.
Maybe later on we can like put up a poll, and then you can like choose what you want, or you can just send in your requests.
Yeah,
I mean, not that we know like everything about everything.
We'll
like,
try.
We are 22.
But we have experience, so if there's any young people listening,
well, high school, I think we have high school experience.
We could help you out with high school
and uni.
Yep, I am a working gal right now.
I'm almost done with uni.
Yeah, but so this is the end of the first episode. If you're listening or not, we don't care, because we'll keep recording more. And we have more saucy stories. Obviously, we're not going to air out the dirty laundry the first episode.
No, you're gonna have to listen to us to find more.
And thank you for listening to this podcast. Maybe we can come up with a name for the next episode for this podcast.
I think it should be like The Doctor and the Hypochondriac.
Oh my god. Okay, if anyone's listening, leave your suggestions, cause
well, we'll introduce the name maybe if we find one.
Yeah.
But anyway, see ya.
Bye bye.